with what's going on inside you, what's going on around you. You know what I'm saying? More than you run anywhere else. See?
I don't like going to Walmart.
Well,
What are you talking?
Well, you're going to crack up when I tell you this. I was pulling in, yesterday I was pulling in Kroger, and I said, oh man, that lady got my parking place. And the Lord said, no, she didn't. And I looked, and there was a lady leaving in the very front one. And so 2 years ago, the Lord spoke to me, about 2 years ago. And the Lord says, I'm going to give you some favor that not many people appreciate. And I said, what's that? He said, I'm going to give you the front parking space. He said, where you go? Don't matter what time. It don't matter how crowded it is. You can ask her. You can go ask my children. God always gives me a parking space in the front. In the front, Miss Barbara. That's favor.
And
That's
I think
favor.
as God as we appreciate the small things, then He's like, wow, that's a small thing to some people, but I think as we appreciate it, then He even gives you, then He's okay, that vessel's ready for more favor.
Well, most people wouldn't understand what I'm talking about, though, but since we had been in ministry for quite a while and living by faith and not working with my hands, when God spoke that to me,
Yeah.
it didn't hit me until a couple of days later. Wait a minute. If God's going to give me the parking spaces in the front, that means I'm going to be shopping.
Oh.
Wait a minute. If I'm going to be shopping, that means I'm going to have some money, right? So I'm coming down I-10 in Louisiana, and the Lord says, go to Penny's. And I said, with what, my $70 in my pocket? And the Lord said, go to Penny's. And so I get over to Penny's, and these beautiful dresses, these prom dresses and these beautiful church dresses, they've marked them down to $5 a piece. And I get 3 of them. I take them to the register and I say, is there something wrong with this? No, they do that. They just mark them down when they want to get rid of, Cajun accent. So I just call this the Lord's favor since I'm dressed like this. And the Lord just told me to stop at the last minute. And the lady laughed. And she says, yeah, that's definitely God's favor. About 2 weeks later, the Lord told me again, said, stop. So I stopped again. They had this whole table full of jeans and shorts. $1.76 a piece. Yeah. And the lady laughs when I get up there because I got, 5 or 6, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And it was funny. She laughed and she says, I said, what are you laughing about? She said, I remember you. I said, you do? She said, yeah. She said, somebody's looking out for you. She said, because 10 minutes from now, that would be gone.
That's awesome.
That's how fast they go. See, God knows exactly what you need when you need it. You've heard the old expression that your rich uncle's going to die and leave you an inheritance. We didn't know that her rich uncle was the only attorney in Spokane, Washington, for years and years. And we didn't know that he had already died, but we didn't know that his wife, Kay.
No, it wasn't Spokane.
Oh, was it? What was it? Yes.
Somewhere. It wasn't Spokane. I believe now lived in Spokane. They didn't live there. It's okay. It don't matter where it was.
I think it was Spokane. It wasn't Yakima. I believe it was Spokane.
No.
I read the article. It's Kay Shelton, right?
But they weren't in Spokane.
Okay. Well, where were they from?
I want to say Walla Walla.
I want you to get that article out because I want us to read
I
it
don't know
together.
what article it was.
Well, we'll
but
find
go
it
ahead.
because I believe it's Spokane. He practiced law in Spokane because he was the only attorney there.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Okay.
Okay, but a lady that can't even remember our anniversary, she's going to give me the date and all the time. But anyway.
Oh, it's empty.
That's good.
I was checking.
That's good. But anyway, her uncle was the only attorney in some mysterious little town in Washington. Washington State, not Washington, D.C. And his wife dies and leaves us an inheritance.
We're living in Louisiana by faith, and we're getting low. And I had received the papers, and I thought, My mom said, well, she didn't have anything. I'm thinking they're going to leave me a picture.
Her mom laughed and said she's going to leave you a painting and a lampshade.
Yeah, something like that. And 1 year later, my mom rings me up and says, oh, by the way.
They've been trying to get a hold of you for the last couple of weeks.
And it might not sound like a lot of money, but it really was a lot of money to us at that particular time. It still would be today, so there's God's providing.
He knows.
Well, speaking of